Tell you, this is probably the most gorgeous day we've had all year so far. And it's, what is today? 21st? April 21st? Yes, indeed. And it's just an amazing day for a ride. Sure is. Gorgeous day, gorgeous view, when there is a view. Twisty road. Could it be any better? I mean, yeah, it could be. But it would be difficult. This road is always dirty. Always dirt and mud tracked all over the road. That could be kind of dangerous, given the circumstances. But I do love this road. Went to a party last night, an April Fool's party. Kind of late for April Fool's, but I guess that's the only time they could do it. But ended up being a good time. There were 3 bands. The headliner was a local band called Vinyl Richie. I think I've talked about them before. Fantastic band. You know, they got a horn section, guitars, drums, you know, all the normal things. Really great vocalist, and they do interesting covers of various songs from various genres. You know, they're not a straight up cover kind of band. They change it up, and they're just so fun. The mix of instruments they use, the introduction of different styles into age-old songs, and it makes it fresh. And oh, that's nice. It makes it fresh and fun, and it's never old listening to their music. So if you're ever in the Central Kentucky area and you have a chance to hear them, by all means, go hear them. You won't regret it. Also, happened to see my ex-wife and her husband there, and everything was cool, you know, because we get along, you know. She's married to a really great guy whom I have known all my life since kindergarten. He's a good guy. She's a good person. So, and we talked, took a selfie together. you know, that's what we're supposed to do in these days. I drank alcoholic beverages. Everyone around me drank alcoholic beverages. Some drank more than others. Some drank too many. That's what you get sometimes. Right? Am I right? It's what you've got to expect when large groups of people are around alcohol. So today's the 21st. That means 5 days until, you know what? Avengers Endgame. Perhaps by now you've noticed how excited I am for this film. Quite excited. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my signal off since it's been on this entire time. It's just a thing with me, you know. I do that with my signal sometimes because I can't remember a blessed thing. What am I gonna do? But God, it's such a beautiful day. The trees are starting to leave out. Hardly a cloud in the sky. The sun is shining. Colors are vibrant, mostly. It's just beautiful. So yeah, 5 days. 5 days until everything is tied up with a nice red bow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For now. And then I assume they'll be starting some brand new stories. God, there's so much speculation about are there going to be any cameos? You know, are there going to be any secret introductions of characters who were previously under the umbrella of 20th Century Fox? And Horn? And of course that's what we all want. We all want that. We're all hoping for that. I am. To be honest, I'm hoping for that. I mean, we'd all love to see that. Wouldn't we? I mean, wouldn't we? Can you imagine the sheer number of heads exploding if Wolverine popped up in a post-credit scene? Rear of building! Exclamation point. I mean, heads would explode everywhere. Mine would explode. It would, and it would explode. Now, my dad taught here for many, many, many years, starting in '75. I think he stopped teaching in the 2000s, I think. I can't remember specifically. Since then, they've added onto the building. All this stuff wasn't here when I went to school here and when he taught here. This is just parking. And his room was right over there. And of course this auditorium wasn't here either. That's all recent in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, and then imagine, and I know this is just dreaming. I'm aware of that. It's just dreaming. But imagine if there was not only a Wolverine post-credits scene, but a Hugh Jackman Wolverine post-credits scene. Imagine. I believe both of my heads would explode if that happened. If you take my meaning. That was crude, but it's true. I mean, I'm all about honesty here. I mean, I'll just admit to you, there are 2 or 3 men. You know, there are 2 or 3 male actors I have man crushes on. Because they're great. They're great actors. And not just, I mean, they're beyond great. I mean, look, you got Idris Elba. You've got Hugh Jackman. And you've got Magneto. What's his name, right? I mean, you would think if I had a man crush on him, I could remember his name. I can never remember his name, though. But I love him. You know, he was in Inglourious Bastards. Oh, man. I hate being old. But you know who I'm talking about, right? You know, I don't have to say it, really. You know who I'm talking about. I mean, man crushes galore on these guys. Because they're awesome. These guys are awesome. I wish they'd fix that once and for all. So, I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to run over it. Looks like horse poop. Very well could be horse poop. It is horse poop. Avoid. Some people around here ride horses. And inevitably, horse poop. But, I mean, just imagine. Just imagine. I mean, like I said though, dreaming, just dreaming. I feel like though, considering they wrapped up, finalized, done deal, done, the Fox acquisition last month, a month ago, more than a month, a little over a month ago. It was like in the first 2 weeks of March, I believe. They could, because I mean, really the movie hasn't been distributed yet, or if it has, it's just been distributed, which would have given them plenty of time to do something. They could have done something. So, yeah, it's possible. It really is. I don't know if you're watching this and you care. What do you think? Would you like to see that? I can't imagine you would say, no, I don't really care. I can't even imagine you would say that. I mean, who would? Who would say that? Only people who don't care. And I know that's not any of you. That's not any of you guys. Whew, I can hear that. I can hear that wonderful sewing machine-like sound. The sound of freshly adjusted valves. Ah, it's music to my ears. It sounds so good. You're running so well. You're running so well. I was planning that trip down to Maggie Valley, North Carolina next weekend. But all I've been seeing is rain and rain and rain in the forecast. I looked today and now there's no rain in the forecast that weekend. In fact, it's all sunny and beautiful. And I've already rescinded my vacation day I had taken from work. It's like, I mean, that's fine. I've got that trip coming up in July down to Knoxville. And I was going to use part of that time to ride the Dragon and, you know, venture down into Cherokee and other parts of North Carolina. Anyway, so, I mean, that's fine. So I could just, you know, save my money a little bit for that. I guess I don't really need to do 2 trips. Right? Let's not go overboard. But it does kind of bum me out. So I was looking forward to it. But yeah, if I haven't really talked much about that, it's because, you know, I hadn't really finalized everything, but everything's pretty final now as far as that trip goes. Every year I go to the Fanboy Expo in Knoxville. They have it at the Exposition Center, which is at World's Fair Park, which is also right next to the Sun Sphere. If any of you are familiar with the Sun Sphere in Knoxville, that was erected for the 1982 World's Fair, which I also attended at age 11 with my parents and my aunt who lived in Knoxville, the one who recently passed away, and my cousins. And the Sun Sphere is still there. I'm not sure, I have to be honest with you, I'm not really even sure what they use it for. I've heard they use it for a restaurant. I don't know. I believe you can go up in it, or at least you used to be able to go up in it. There used to be an observation deck, and you could go up in it. And there used to be a restaurant there, I believe. I don't know if there still is. I don't know if they still do anything with it, but it's still there. And this expo has gotten considerably bigger with each passing year. The first year I went to it, it was okay. It wasn't, you know, one of the best conventions I've been to for comics and sci-fi and all things nerd and geek. But it was okay. But like last year, it was just phenomenally good. Much bigger, many more guests, both on the comic side and the entertainment side. And you know, it was great. Stayed in a hotel nearby, a couple blocks away, and happened to be staying in the same hotel as some celebrity guests, and ended up having breakfast in the same little cozy room that they were, just a table away, and that was exciting. Oh, you know what's happening? Oh, snap. I seem to be running out of gas. Thankfully, I have a reserve tank. Wasn't even paying attention. Don't do what I do, kids. I don't see anybody coming. I'm just going to stop. Power down. Put it in reserve. Start it. And off I go. Oh, and do this too, so I can keep track of it. Yeah, I need to get some gas. But I mean, it was really fun. And going again this year. Bruce Campbell's going to be there. Just a ton of people are going to be there. And stay at the same hotel. And as long as the weather's good, I'll be riding the bike. Go down on a Friday, spend Friday night and Saturday night there in Knoxville. Sunday, probably go to another hotel in North Carolina. What's it called? Topica? I can't remember what it's called. It's something like that. It's a little lodge in the middle of the mountains in North Carolina. Gorgeous. Right off Highway 129, which is the Tail of the Dragon. But it's on the North Carolina side, a few miles from the Tail of the Dragon, where the Tail of the Dragon ends, is what I really mean to say. So, and probably, you know, stay there that night and then come back on Monday. That way I'll be even closer to the mountain twisties, and I can just explore all day, have a room to sleep in right there, come back on Monday. Again, providing the weather is good that weekend. Last year it was fantastic, the weather was. I did get caught in a thunderstorm on the way back for about 20 minutes, but then rain was over, so it wasn't that bad. But that'll afford me the chance to do lots of exploring, lots of riding, and then, you know, be able to get back quickly and easily to my room. And the setting that this lodge is in is just, oh, it's picturesque. Beautiful mountain streams, you know, mountains, actual mountains. It's just gorgeous. And I gotta say, I'm just looking so forward to that. I'm really looking forward to it. So, I don't know, I guess you guys have probably got plans for this spring and this summer as well. If you're watching this, I don't know, comment and let me know what you're doing. What kinds of things you got planned in the coming months. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, but it would be nice. And Hulk, smash that little bell if you subscribe. That way you'll get notifications of my stupid dorky videos. Isn't that what you want anyway? Why wouldn't you? So until next time, same dork time, same dork channel. Later.